Greetings there, prop fans. It's Tony here from Caveman Props, and I'm back today with yet again another tutorial. Hopefully a nice, quick, easy one. In case you've been living under a rock, we've had the new Disney Plus Marvel series Moon Knight drop. It's literally just dropping, so hopefully I'll get this video out very quickly. If you were thinking of cosplaying that, or there's some really quite nice artifacts from the show, because obviously it deals with some Egyptian stuff, but what he has is a crescent weapon, and I'm going to show you how to make that, because I've looked at some pictures of it and I think we can do it really easily and quite cheaply, obviously built using my favourite material, EVA foam, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to crack on quickly, and I'm going to show you how to quickly build this prop. Right, so our first port call is obviously template. So I've made this one up. This was very simple. I just used a children's plate, a bowl and a saucepan lid just to create the circles on this. Obviously if you're really good with compasses you can sort that out yourself. So this is obviously what I've done. So we're going to work on it from this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap two bits of 10mm foam together, mark this whole shape on it, cut it out with the bandsaw, and then we're going to cut away this front piece of the template to mark this central line. So I'm going to cut the pieces out first and then show you what we're doing with that. Okay, so there we are. I just wanted to show you that. So we cut this bit out, and then what I've done is I've just cut the front bit off my template just to be able to mark this line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sanders out, and we're going to start sanding a bevel into this and on this side. So it's just going to work out gradually from the edge to there and from the edge to there. So I'm just going to be a bit deeper here, a bit shallower there. And to do that I'm going to be using my little mini handheld belt sander. So we're going to take that along, go all the way around there and get that nice and smooth, and then I'll show you how we can even smooth that out even more afterwards. Right, so there we go. So we've done the sanding, and my suggestion is take it nice and slowly until you get it down. So we're almost down to a nice fine point there. We're going to have to be exact so we get it round. Obviously it's still quite a bit rough because it's just sanded. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat it up with the heat gun, and then we're going to get our hands in and we're just going to smooth off those edges. I'm going to show you what I mean. So we get the heat gun going. See it's just start to change a little bit as it heats up. There we go. I'm going to do this bit by bit, so you do that bit, like that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use our hands in here just to smooth that around. Just obviously be careful, it does get quite hot, but by doing that we just kind of get a nice smooth. I'm going to go around this several times. I'm going to do the whole thing and come back and do it again, just so, but then it also gives a nice smooth and sealed edge to the foam. So I'm just going to crack on and do a bit more of that. Alright, so here we go. So we've got that sorted. Now what we've done is I've taken the template, which we made it a bit flimsy, and cut the back bits out. So I've marked on the back windows. Yeah, so we've got one here, one here, one here, whether you can see them on camera, but I've marked them in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice sharp scalpel and we're going to cut these pieces out. Right, so there we are. So we cut those windows out. It's come out quite well. And then what I've done is I've taken the other piece now and put this back over the top and marked where these windows are going to go, because obviously this is the bit we're going to be able to see through. So the marking is just a rough area so we can see what we're going to do. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to take my soldering iron, or my specialist foam burner, and I'm with the fine tip, and what we're going to do is I'm going to start doing some hieroglyphics in here that we can see on the original prop. I'm not sure how well these ones are going to come out. I'm going to do my best. I'm not particularly great with hieroglyphics, but I'm going to get the image up, and we're going to try and replicate that in there so it can be seen when this goes over the top like that. Okay, so I'm just going to crack on, get that done now. So there we are. I've tried my best. I don't think I've done too badly. I managed to get a little bit off. That should have been, those 3 rings should have been slightly more central. But once we get this bit kind of over the top of it, we can see, we can at least see the hieroglyphics in there. Looking quite good, and hopefully on these end ones, yeah, just about see something in there. It's obviously a little bit deeper than it really should be. I'm using the 10mm foam, but I wanted to get this nice curve on this bit. Obviously it goes a bit deeper there. So that's what we're going to do now. So now I'm going to stick this over the top, get this all sorted on, and then basically we can reverse this, start smoothing this. If you want this to go up for display, you can leave the back of it flat if you want, but I'm going to curve it exactly the same as this, but I'm going to find that easier to do once I've got this on and all of this sorted. So put this on and then we'll start sanding the back. So there we are. So I've done the back end, sanded that down, heated it and smoothed it off. It went a little bit off here. This was me sticking it down. I thought I'd kind of covered it, but as I went like that, it came off. But that's not too bad because that's on the back, and this is going to be the side that I display it on more. If I redo it again, I'll just take a bit more care with that. There we go. We come down and I've kind of got it to some points at the end here. Obviously, because it's supposed to be a weapon. This window went a little bit off. The sticking down, it came off the glue there, so I had to re-stick it back down. But all in all, I'm quite pleased with that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to paint this with a base coat of paint specially designed for EVA foam. Do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a spray coat with a plastic based metallic gold. What I'm going to do. So I'm going to get all that done, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you just the finishing touches. We're just going to weather it, finish it off, and then we should all be good. So here we are. I've got it all coated and painted this lovely gold colour, so it's looking really good. A little bit rough around here. I think I should have done a little bit more of the heating and smoothing it out. Perhaps a little bit more sanding with a lower grit sandpaper, but kind of a bit of a rush. But a nice more coat of the undercoat paint would have probably have helped that as well. But there we go. If I build one again, I'll know for next time. Now you could leave it just like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a slight little black wash to it. So I'm going to add a little bit of black acrylic to it, and then we're going to douse it down with some paper to rub it off, and that's just going to add the weathering effect and hopefully layer up these lovely hieroglyphics that I've done in here, so a little bit of the black paint will sit more in them. So we're just going to get on with that and get that done now. So as you can see, we're just stenciling in some of the black paint here, so I'm kind of dabbing more to try and get it into the grooves that we've made here, and then obviously with the black cloth we're just kind of like buffing it, but hopefully that's just going across the top. See, and then it's just coming off. I'm not sure how well you can really see that on camera, but if we give that a really good down, we can really bring this gold back out, black that's under there quite in, but then it's also into all these corners as well. It's kind of adding to that weathering effect. So we're going to get on, can finish weathering this, and then hopefully it should all be done. Right, so there we are guys. I've now completed this. You can see that really brings those hieroglyphics up a lot more showing. It adds a little bit more detail to it there. How much you can see of that on screen, I don't know, but I'm really quite pleased with how this came out. I know it's a little bit rough around the edges, but I literally I designed and built and painted this prop in one day. It was a very quick, easy build to do. Obviously I had to wait a day for the paint to dry, so I've come back and finished it the next day. But there we go, guys. Let me know what you think. Please like, please subscribe. Is there any other props in Marvel films at the moment that you're interested in seeing? Perhaps give me a challenge on something to make, and I will give it a go. But there we go. So this is from the new TV series of Moon Knight, and I'm pretty pleased with how that's come out. So there we go. So please like, please subscribe, and hopefully I will catch all of you in the next tutorial very soon.